In the middle.
Can I get your attention real quick? Hey, I'm here tonight to ask for your help. We're one of the few remaining districts that has unlimited spectators right now for our athletic events. Our administration is fighting every single day to keep our schools open. We're fighting hard to keep extracurriculars intact. Particularly when it comes to mask wearing. But I really need your support tonight. Students, I need your support. Parents, I need your support. Grandparents, community members. If you would do this, please, abide by the indoor mask mandate. Do it for the kids. It's super important to me that these kids get to participate, and I know it's important to you. Please join me in wearing your mask properly tonight while indoors. Thank you very much. Senior number 2, Kevin Jones.
Hello and welcome sports fans to this live video streaming event on Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts and sponsors. I'm Jeff Lang alongside Damian Idiart coming to you live from Crater High School in Central Point, Oregon. Thank you for joining us tonight. Welcome to the Lithia Superstore Game Night powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. Today featuring the North Bend Bulldogs traveling here to the hometown Crater Comets. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the Central Point School District and our participating community business partners. Joe Brett is the executive producer for tonight's event. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know you appreciate their support. Please help Table Rock Sports by subscribing on your YouTube channel. On YouTube, search Table Rock Sports and click on the red subscribe button. Thank you if you already have. And again, welcome here on a Friday night Midwestern League action. North Bend and Crater about ready to tip off. Damian, welcome. Feels like we were just here.
It was 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago. Nice game against Thurston Colts. You almost forgot. Me too.
Forget.
Tight game through 3 quarters. Crater came back and had a really strong end of the third quarter and fourth to pull away.
Yep, it was nice. Hopefully they have that same momentum tonight.
Comets pushed their overall record to 12-1. They are 4-0 in Midwestern League play. They're ranked number 3 in the OSAA rankings behind number 1 Wilsonville and number 2 Crescent Valley. Starters tonight, a little different look for Coach Brian Broaddus. We've got Tate Brewster, a senior, wearing 32. Javon Smith, a senior, wearing number 3. Logan Price wearing number 4. And right here is the junior Marcus Idiart wearing number 11, getting his first start of the year, as well as sophomore Ashton Akery wearing number 0. Those are the starters for the Comets. We'll get to the Bulldog starters here in a moment.
Nice opening play for Crater there. They were able to get to the basket. I hope that's their strategy tonight, is to really attack. They look small, don't they?
They do look small. The Comets or
no, not the Comets.
The Bulldogs?
The Bulldogs.
Well, I walked by a few of them. I got to admit, while I was down looking to see if the concession stand was open, it wasn't. And so there's a couple players, 6'4", 6'5". They don't list it in the roster. They just list names, numbers, and year in school.
Oh, nice steal by Javon.
So we welcome our listeners over in North Bend, Coos Bay, Coos County area. Again, welcome to Table Rock Sports. We're glad to have you here and to be able to see and hear what's happening here for your North Bend Bulldogs. The Bulldogs come in with an overall record of 2-9. They are currently ranked number 24 on the OSAA rankings. They have wins this year against Hidden Valley and Suslaw.
Wow.
Can you spell Suslaw?
I think it's got an I in there.
Yes, it does. I could barely say it, but halfway to the coast.
Yeah. Do they have a lot of seniors on their starting lineup?
They don't. So this is a pretty young team. So they got a couple seniors. Kevin Jones, number 2, is a senior, as well as Craig Adara, number 12.
Okay.
Again, get to the starting lineups. Number 2, Kevin Jones, is a senior. Number 3, that's Peyton Forrester, a sophomore. Number 13, David Roberts, a junior. Number 30, that is Paolo Flores, also a sophomore.
There you go. Good follow.
And then lastly, number 4, Jason Padgett, a sophomore. So 3 sophomore starters for Coach Bill Calloway and the Bulldogs.
Nice take.
Comets stretch it out to a quick 6-0 lead as they have full court pressure on the Bulldogs here early. Again, a different starting lineup for Coach Brian Broaddus in his first year here at Crater High School.
He's fit in well.
3-point shot up and good for Paolo Flores, the sophomore. So 3-point field goal good for the Bulldogs.
Flores looks young. When I'm looking at him, man, it's hard to see he's even in high school.
Yeah. Oh, to be young, huh? Comets dressed in all white, trimmed with silver. Bulldogs in that beautiful Wyoming brown and gold. My old broadcast partner, Jason Brewster, his alma mater, would love that.
Yeah, I don't think too many teams buy that color anymore, but I guess there's still some.
Oh, I love it. I mean, I wish more would go to it, but shot by Acree comes into the hands of Javon Smith, the senior, a floater, smooth in the middle, 8-3 now,
Very
5
good
minutes.
At that floater. He's got that down. I'm glad they're putting pressure on him. This is going to get if they had a game plan, they're going to get taken out of it with this pressure.
And that's what it's meant to do. This is a young Bulldog team, so disorient them. Flores, first substitution coming out into the game. It's Brian Wicks. He's a junior, wearing 24, picking up the ball. Marcus Idiart. As I mentioned, the Comets come in 12-1. Their only loss to 6A South Medford. That came back in early December. Brewster now with 3. Good look. Boy. They call that clean living. A long shot off of the back of the iron, straight up and down. That's a shot athletic director here, David Hurd, gets a lot. I don't know, clean living or not, but he gets it to go. Got a timeout here on the court on the John L. Scott scoreboard. It's the Comets 11 and the Bulldogs 3.
Life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
All right, into the game for the Comets. Again, welcome back. A couple seniors exchanged for the sophomore and junior. That's Colton Brains wearing 2, and he's joined by Caden Lassiter, number 1. Brains with the steal up and in with the left hand.
In talking to the boys before the game, they were anticipating being able to get to a lead on this team. So hopefully they keep playing hard and take care of the ball.
First foul on the Comets. Javon Smith picks up his first.
That was just a little bit lazy reach there.
Ball tipped away into the hand of Jones, and he gets it into the corner right in front of the Crater High School cheering section. That's David Roberts, knocks down a 3. So a pair of frees here early for the Bulldogs.
I was going to say, when Tate shot that 3 that bounced in, it was lucky, but you could tell when it left his hand, it was just a perfect-looking shot. So
yeah, we had a perfect eyeball right here. We could see it the whole way.
Oh, these guys, there's a lot of pressure on them.
That's number 4. That's a beautiful shot for Jason Padgett, the sophomore, just relentless, resilient, maybe takes it right to the hoop and scores amongst 3 Comets. 15-8. Stolen away here by the Bulldogs.
Cool. There we go. The student section's getting into it.
There's another one in the corner right in front of that pep band and cheering section for Roberts. So the junior with a couple trays, and now it's 15-11.
The answer.
Both teams heating up. Javon Smith with a 3 right in the corner in front of Bill Calloway and the Bulldog bench. High scoring first quarter here, Damian. 18-11 is the turnover. But at the high school level, boy, you score anywhere around 15 points. That's a great quarter.
True.
Both teams are well on pace to surpass that. Comets already with 18.
I'm sure Coach Broadus would like to see them play a little harder on defense. It gets hard when you bring on the offense as hard as they are, then you kind of give up a little on the defense, I think.
It's one selfish play here by the Comets, what we've seen all year long.
Beautiful.
Helped them to that 12-1 record, and a nice pass to Smith, who's had a nice first quarter. If I'm counting right, that's 8 for Javon here early.
It's nice to see him score. He was a little quiet the last game.
Roberts got the hot hand for the Bulldogs now. He'll pass it inside. And an open look for number 3, just misses it off the front air, and that's Peyton Forrester.
Oh. Scooted ahead.
Smith with the 10 points here of the 23 total for the Comets first quarter.
Javon is such a smooth player. He really has grown into his body, which is nice because he was always a good player, but he was small until this year. Or maybe last year. COVID didn't really let us see him play.
Heat check for Roberts as he does finally miss a three-pointer. A long outlet pass here to Lassiter, our player of the game this past Wednesday against the Thurston Colts, as he had 14 that night, 4 threes. He gets his first 2 tonight.
They're really, I think their game plan is they're releasing someone immediately. As soon as the shot goes up, the Comet is down the court.
Shot by Flores rims out. You know what that term is called when they release a player early, right?
What do you want to call it, Jeff? I don't know.
No, well, I'm just asking you. Like I know that we almost went to fisticuffs on Wednesday because you didn't know what a lunch pail was. So a little test here.
I failed. What is it?
Well, we call that cherry picking.
Oh, cherry picking.
Have you heard of that term?
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
All right.
Sorry.
So I wonder why the analogy. Is it easy to pick cherries, or maybe do you get up early and get an advance? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, I mean I've
Cherry
seen
picking.
cherries be picked, but
Is it easy?
I don't know.
Do you have to get up early?
You don't have to get up early.
Okay.
Maybe earlier than the birds. Most cherry trees, they have like nets over the top because the birds love to eat them.
I see.
I don't know.
Roberts up and in for 2, so he's got 8 here in the first quarter, 25-13 now, under a minute. Javon Smith works baseline. He's got the hot hand, comes off into the hands of Roberts now. Jones will bring it up over half court, or not. He stops and gives it to number 12, who's into the game. That's Craig Adara, also a junior. Dribbles down baseline.
He gave up baseline. Luckily, he's got some help there. Oh.
Ball stolen away into the hands of Forrester. Back into the hands of Lassiter. Back and forth we go. A little sloppy there. Smith gets it. A lot of contact.
Yeah. Well, Jeff, it looks like they've got this first quarter in hand.
First foul by number 3, Peyton Forrester.
Tell me a little bit about North Bend's coach.
Yeah, Bill Calloway. We'll get to him. I'd want to get to one of our new sponsors here.
Okay.
Table Rock Sports is excited to welcome Conger Morris Funeral Directors in Medford and Central Point as a new sponsor of our live high school athletic streams. Visit congermorris.com to learn more about their services. Our sponsors do allow us to cover your favorite teams here. Welcome, Conger Morris Funeral Directors. So great new sponsor here at Table Rock Sports. "20 seconds left here as Flores brings it up in front of Coach Brian Broadus. Picked up by Lassiter, who stumbles. Got an open look into the hands of Roberts. He has a hot hand. Jones now has a good look. Long, picked up by Price.
Oh, a little flat.
And the shot comes off the front of the rim for Lassiter, and that'll do it here at the end of the first quarter. On the John L. Scott scoreboard, the Comets 26, the Bulldogs 13.
Always be there.
And welcome back here to Crater High School. Apologize, get some feedback there on the size of our scoreboard. The scoreboard is all that matters. John L. Scott, one of our best sponsors, of course. And we reduced the font. Thank you for the feedback at home. And so 27-13, a correction as we missed a free throw here as the end. The first quarter is the score.
Mess up on the score, mess up on the scoreboard. Thank you, staff.
Scoreboard is important. Double pump up and in for number 3. That's Peyton Forrester, the sophomore, excited for that. Drew the contact. So an old-fashioned and one for Forrester.
Wasn't a lot of contact on that one, but he did get him up in the air, so he deserved the call.
Another sponsor for almost 50 years, Bill Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, and business needs. Locally owned, family-run Bill's Glass supports your schools and communities. We thank them.
They're swinging the ball really nicely. Skip pass.
Bulldogs move to a 2-3 zone. Three-pointer by Smith, rebounded by the smallest guy on the court, Idiart. Over to Smith and up and in for the soft float again.
We're doing a really good job on the offensive boards. Oh, nice steal and a take by Logan.
Steal, it's up and in by Price. Other action happening in the Midwestern League. Willamette Wolverines are visiting the Eagle Point Eagles across town tonight. Thurston Colts are up in Eugene, and they're visiting the Churchill Lancers. So excited to hear how those teams fare tonight.
Is Churchill expected to be a pretty good contender this year?
They are. So Churchill, let's recap what's happening in the Midwestern League as Colton Drains gets a 2 and contact. He'll go to the line. Currently in the Midwestern League, Crater is at 4-0, a total record of 12-1, ranked number 3. They're followed by Eagle Point, Damien, at 3-0.
Wow.
They're 9-1 on the year and ranked number 8. Now Churchill, as you asked, they're 3-0 as well in the league. Total 8-3. Now they went and played in the Les Schwab Invitational, the prestigious tournament up in Portland. They're currently ranked number 6 in the state.
Okay.
And then Willamette is also a tough team. They come to town here next week. They're 3-2 in the league, 6-4 overall, and ranked number 17. And then lastly, well, not last, but Ashland is ranked number 10.
I'm surprised at that.
Yeah.
And now they're not going to get any more wins, right? Because their program's done for the year.
They're not done for the year. They are done for January.
Just January?
So the plan is to finish out January, as the administrator said, as
Nice
Price gets a steal here.
Oh, he almost brought that one home.
So I'll talk to you a little bit about that. I might claim credit for that. So I talked to Logan after Wednesday's game about his 2-footed jumping and dunk.
Yeah,
and I talked about
right there.
and I talked about if a player's so close to you, you can complete that dunk with a 1 foot. And of course, his twin brother Caden agreed with me. And so here we saw Logan Price go up with 1. It wasn't like really hard, but he did it. I might take credit for that, Damian.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
All right.
We'll have to ask him after the game
We
if
will.
he thought about you on his way up.
25 is in the game. That's Daniel Jackson. He is the senior. So, again, 4 seniors on the Bulldogs, but he's entered the game as well. He's definitely 6'5".
Big screen there by number 25.
Yeah.
Took Marcus. He got it right in the chops.
Second foul by number 1, Caden Lassiter.
You can still see he's grabbing his jaw and his neck. He didn't see that one coming. What happened to calling out screens? I guess that's not something they do anymore.
No, he wants to set another one. There he goes. Nice.
That time we saw him.
It's old school basketball. We like that. Crater Girls played before this as a nice drive. Comes off the rim hard. Crater Girls played earlier. They won by a score of 62-20. Pushed their overall record to 12-2 and 5-0 in league. They as well are ranked number 3 in the state. So exciting
really
stuff.
hot. We were talking before the game, and they have what? 1 senior on the squad or 2? One's playing soccer right now,
2
so they're
seniors,
really
yeah.
young.
Mackenzie Hirsch and Kaylee Gugliotta, both seniors. But, yeah, a very young team for Coach Scott Dipple.
Yeah, Coach Dipple must love that because not only I think he's got a niece and a daughter on the team, but he's going to have a nice core there for years to come. How many years is he going to coach?
He's a young man, so forever. Nice pass by
Nice.
Brewster.
They're really playing nice basketball right now. Having their way with North Bend. Oof. Oh, a block. Didn't go in.
I heard a lot of bones hitting the hardwood down there. I'm not sure if that ball went. We'll find out here.
I think Tate had his
Nope.
knee, his elbow, and his shoulder all smacked down there. Oh, missed the first.
First foul by number 11, Nelson.
One day we have to have Coach Broadus on. I'd like to talk to him a little bit, see how he's feeling about the season.
Yeah, first-year coach came over from the Bend area. I think it was Mountain View, if I'm not mistaken. I could be, where he coached at the 6A level, but first year here in the Central Point School District as an educator. First year on the hardwood, having a very successful year. Who would complain at a 12-1 start, right?
Yeah. Was his move precipitated by getting this job, or was he coming here for another reason?
I don't know that, but I believe so.
All right. Nice recovery there by Tate on the baseline. Ooh.
Shot was right on line for number 4. That's Jason Paget. Comes up short. 38-16 here. 4.5 minutes left. Second
Ball
quarter.
movement again.
Acree now back into the game for the Comets. He's joined by Vrains, Brewster, Price, and Idiart.
I love watching them try to squeeze it down the middle there, and they're getting the ball where they want to, but they're not. They're being really patient on their shooting. Oh, that was a hack.
First foul by number 25, Daniel Jackson.
I got a definition here coming from the crowd around cherry picking. So in team sports such as basketball, cherry picking is a questionable strategy. It's not clear who first used this term in sports, but it likely comes from the idea of someone picking out the best, most desirable items for themselves. So
All right.
nothing to do with early, nothing to do with easy, but maybe something to do with the best, I
best,
guess, right?
yeah.
The best choice. So, all right, learned something tonight. My boss would be happy.
Ever expanding your knowledge base. Oh,
Up and under move by Paget, doesn't go. High release there to Price, up and in for 2.
oh, it's a great night for the Comets. See if they can get some people off the bench playing a little bit. Let's get some minutes out there for other people. See what Coach wants.
I'm told it's a whiteout tonight, Damien. So student section was in orange on Wednesday night, and now it's a whiteout. I see a little bit of white over there in the student action.
Nice aggressive take by Tate. He knew he had the advantage there.
That's a tough chant in the second quarter. And speaking of bus rides, boy, what a long drive from Coos Bay area, huh?
I know.
We've done that before.
Well, we've made a nice trip of it the not last year obviously, but the years before we would do a little golf before the game, so that was nice.
Yeah, left at the crack of dawn, went and played Bandon Dunes, and remember, not a stitch of wind, all sunshine.
I know, we've had beautiful trips out there.
If I remember right, you shot under par for the day.
You mean under 100? That's what I was.
No, it was definitely under par. You only played about 8 holes out of 18.
I did get a little tired.
Right, and then you went and enjoyed the ocean, the scenery, etc.
Well, they have that one hole that overlooks the ocean right by the snack stand, and I can never get past that one. So usually I catch up with you guys about 3 holes later. Ooh, that's going to be bad.
I let your brother order before me there at the snacks stand, and there was nothing left after, so I went hungry all day. But beautiful area over on the coast. Rivals here for North Bend would be Marshfield. Okay. So Marshfield right there in Coos Bay, right next to North Bend, of course. So odd that Marshfield is a 4A school and really about the same size as they really are. That must be really close to the limit.
Couple hundred students difference maybe, or 100 maybe.
Battle for the rebound by Vrains. He'll take the shot in the corner. Rebounded now by Smith.
I didn't like that shot, but we're ahead, so it doesn't matter. And that was a little up and under that Ashton did.
Grab the peanuts and popcorn. The circus shot by Ashton Acree. Sophomore left-handed crafty.
He's lucky it went in. My coach would have taken me out if we did something like that. Whirling dervish is what you call it. These poor Bulldogs, they don't have the experience yet.
They're young, they're playing hard, and you got to like that. So they're getting experience, they're learning as well.
We've had games like this in our history, so.
Folks, stay tuned. Coming up is the Medford Parks and Rec halftime report. Visit playmedford.com for the latest rec guide. All the sports leagues, classes, and special events, to name a few. Visit playmedford.com to learn more.
Second foul by number 4, Jason Hadges.
It's been a real clean half. I think the clock has stopped, maybe 4 times?
Yeah.
No commercials, no anything for us.
Now, there is a run-the-clock rule, just like football, and I'm not quite sure what the spread is where they run the clock all the time.
Okay.
Other than timeouts, of course. And so we may see that. We'll see. 140 left here, second quarter, 48-17.
So, Jeff, in your days when you would have a blowout and you were on the wrong end of the blowout and you had a long bus ride home, what would you do on the bus ride home?
Well, that's a trick question, Damien. I don't know that I've ever been blown out, first of all.
I bet you if I asked your wife or people that knew you when you were young, there was probably some blowouts.
Oh, I'm sure there was.
You just erased them from your memory.
Just forget them easy, yeah.
There's one.
So what would you do on the bus ride home? Is that the question?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be depressed. You probably don't want to talk about the game.
I've got people listening, Damon. Of course, I brought my U.S. history and calculus book, of course.
Yeah, I get it.
A to Z in that and prepared for the next day. I think that's the right answer, right?
All right, I'll take that answer. I guess it wasn't an and one. Sorry, I just called that. I thought they counted the bucket. He hit the first, though.
Under a minute now.
Man, they just cannot get the ball even anywhere near the basket. Well, I'm glad, because of the talent difference, experience difference, I'm glad we where at least the score reflects the dominant kind of performance for the Crater Comets, because you wouldn't really want to see a close one here. We need to sharpen our skills and do as well as we can this game.
You're right. There's a lot of really good upcoming games for the Comets on the slate here, as well as the Bulldogs. So we all want to sharpen the axe, right? That's what it's all about. So 7 Habits of a Successful Person. I think that's a Stephen Covey book, and sharpening the axe is one of the 7. So I'm told. End of the second quarter, excuse me. Stay tuned for the Medford Parks and Rec show. But on the John L. Scott scoreboard, Comets 51, Bulldogs 17.
Hello everyone, it's time for another episode of Traffic Safety First. Today we are going to be discussing some tips to help maintain a safe environment when operating your motor vehicle in a parking lot. Let's get to it. The information in today's video will include some ways to be extra cautious while in parking lots, specifically as they are heavily trafficked by vehicles and pedestrians. Here are some quick tips to keep yourself and pedestrians safe. Drive slowly in parking lots to be able to react as quickly as possible if a vehicle or pedestrian starts to enter your line of traffic. Make sure you have no distractions keeping you from paying attention to your surroundings. These can include radios being on, food or drinks nearby, or other passengers wanting your attention. If you see a vehicle attempting to leave a parking spot, stop with enough room to let the vehicle fully back out of their spot. Consider 2 car lengths of space as a guide for the minimum distance to give a reversing vehicle. Make sure to look behind you on all sides before attempting to back out of a parking space. Look into blind spots before turning into another flow of traffic or in and out of parking spaces. If you see a pedestrian trying to cross a line of traffic, stop your vehicle and let them cross. We hope you are able to take these tips with you when driving in parking lots to help keep yourself and those around you safe. Until next time, stay healthy, be safe, and thanks for watching.
game day, or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K. Whether it's some Monday motivation to kickstart your day, adding some crunch to your lunch, or fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform?
Thirsty for change?
Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win.
Yes! Yes!
Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with Crispy Crunchy Chicken's mouth-watering chicken and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
Your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
The Start Something New sales event is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back 3P Truck of the Year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. Get a Start Something New deal on every new vehicle in stock, only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
If you're a coach or plan to be a coach, what kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see.
I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
And welcome back here to Crater High School on a Friday night. Beautiful day here in the Rogue Valley. Mid-January, great time of year. Holidays are over. Basketball season's here, Damien. The Ducks had a big win last night down in UCLA. Got to watch a little bit of the Gonzaga game as they took down BYU. That was not a good game, says Damien. Saw Golden State get lambasted by the Milwaukee Bucks last night.
Man, you're picking all the
tough
games for me.
That hurts. Better times coming. Here we go, start of the third quarter. Design play for the Comets. Up to Price.
Oh, left it short.
Battle for the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball between Jones and Price. Possession in favor of the Bulldogs.
Let's see if anybody made any adjustments at half. I think they're just going to play the best they can today. Oh, a little bit of a reach there. Got away with.
Well, that looked like that was deflected.
Yeah, they got
Referees
it right.
agree with me.
They got it right.
And you.
No, you. I was following your lead. Can't be too hard to ref with three of you out there.
I agree with that. There can't be a whole lot that you miss, right? What was it, 5 years ago? It seems like we went here at OSAA, we went from 2 referees on court to 3 for that purpose.
Any talk about a shot clock, Jeff?
There's a lot of talk about it by some people, but the state of Oregon seems to be really stubborn. The OSAA, that is.
And the reasoning?
Well, some believe that there would be a cost for the schools. So multiply how much it costs to install a shot clock, the technology above the backboards at every high school. And who's going to pay for that? Taxpayers, right? Or I guess the school, same thing. So the cost is an argument. I do know that. And then you also have some old school people, right, who really enjoy the game as it is to let the clock run, right?
I guess.
And so you got proponents on both sides. What would you prefer?
I prefer the faster game with the shot clock.
Okay.
But I don't see very many downsides to it other than maybe the cost, like you said. But I think it keeps the game flowing better.
Does that just kind of get you home faster? Is that what you're all about?
To get to bed? Yeah,
right.
I guess so.
Uh-huh. 1 or 2 up and in. That's for number 11 for North Bend. We don't have him in the roster, but he saw a lot of action tonight.
Yeah. That's happened a couple times where we didn't have everybody on the roster. We've got to mention that to the schools.
Foul on Craig Adera, senior, holding his first foul against Tate Brewster.
Well, it looks like Coach Broadus is going to keep his foot on the gas. He has his regular starters in. Didn't give any of those younger kids time yet. He counted
Foul
that?
on the floor.
Oh. All right.
The second team foul of the half.
All right. I'm glad they didn't count that.
So Adera quickly picks up 2 there within a 10-second span. Coach Brian Broadus lobbying for an and one, doesn't get it.
Hey Jeff, last game you were kind enough to let me talk about these boys' former coach, Sonny Brewster, grandpa to Tate.
Yes.
I'd like to mention something else about him today, if that's right, because I know he's an avid listener, one of our good listeners.
I believe he's relocated. He's somewhere in Montana.
Somewhere. Either that, Missouri. I don't know where he is nowadays, but he's somewhere. But he watches every game religiously. Ooh, nice shot.
And one for Javon Smith as he's fouled by Peyton Forrester.
He was up. He was up by the rim on that one.
Yeah, I think Forrester got the worst of that.
All right, so humor me. Coach Brewster had the basketball commandments. I'm going to give you one. There's 10 of them, but I'm going to give you one today.
Am I guessing or you're telling?
No, I'm going to tell you. There's no way to guess this.
Oh, okay.
Although when I mention it, you'll probably.
Well, I got to guess.
Okay, you want to try to guess one of them?
I'll just guess one of them.
Okay.
Like, don't give up baseline.
That's the first
Are you
commandment.
kidding me?
No.
Oh, gosh.
In the game of basketball, don't ever give up baseline. You knew it.
Yeah, well, I
guess you played enough basketball.
So don't give up baseline. Why would you not want to give up baseline? I guess there's not a whole lot of help, right, after that if you give it up.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. I never asked. Other than it leads to a layup, so you want to avoid that. Maybe I shouldn't say these. Maybe you know all of them.
Are you going to get to more? Or
I was going to do one tonight. I wasn't going to do all 10. We have a long season.
Yeah, we do.
But now you've got me intrigued that maybe you can get another one.
No, gosh, no. I was a lucky guess. So
Colton. Oh, ooh. All right, well, this is the one I wanted to give. Before you keep talking, let me get one more. This was his favorite. He would say this at the end of every practice. It was practice winning every day get better, and never, never quit. I'm going to say that one more time. Practice winning every day get better, and never, never quit. He was from the Wooden School of Basketball.
Yeah.
And that was his favorite one.
Good way to end practice every day, right?
Yeah. I remember hearing that every practice, and the boys really, I think it was instilled in them somehow, and they're still playing great.
Brain shots comes up short, rebounded by Smith. Jones now battling out of bounds. Possession stays in favor of the Comets. Coach Bill Calloway fighting for his team, pleading for the foul, but to no avail.
He's got to be a little frustrated at the time, but he hasn't. I liked his attitude with his young guys. I saw him come to the bench, and he wasn't berating them at all, and had positive things. I couldn't hear everything he said, but it looked pretty positive. So that was nice.
He's got a young crew, so good things ahead here for North Bend. Brains with 2 on the lay-in.
Ouch.
Stolen away by Price. He goes in up with one leg, one hand, and lays it in.
Jeff, you did it.
I'm waiting for it.
You changed it. You changed the trajectory of Crater basketball with that one comment to the boys.
Comets fall back in a 2-1-2 zone. Substitutions ready to come into the game for the Comets. Acree, Idiart, and twin brother Caden Price.
Ooh,
that's a good-looking shot. That's the third of the evening, and that's for David Roberts. So he's racking up the threes. 2 in the first quarter, 1 here in the third for Roberts.
I like Roberts' hair. I think I like a little mop do up on top.
What's the longest you ever wore your hair?
I never had my hair very long, although I did put a lot of gel in it back in the day, so it probably was, I don't think it was as long as Roberts, but I don't know. What about you?
Gel or, hold on.
Okay.
Gel or mousse?
I think it was gel. Mousse is the foamy stuff, right?
Yeah, it looks like Cool Whip.
I didn't
like,
wear mousse. Right. I don't even know where you get that.
I don't know anymore, but yeah, we wore that out in the late 80s, early 90s, but
I bet you had long hair, below the collar hair.
I had a beautiful, we called it a bi-level back then. Some people might call that a mullet. Or there's a movie out, I think it's called, is it Joe Dirt?
Yeah, Joe Dirt.
So something like that. But
what do they say? They say business in front, party in the back or something like that? Yeah.
Oh, the late 80s were good to me, Damien. Yes, that's what it was all about. Long shot there up by number 3. Peyton Forrester, the sophomore, casually drains the 3. So good-looking shot for the sophomore.
I actually remember attending a Halloween party one time with you, and I was so surprised at your getup. You went all out, so I could see that you probably had a day when you loved looking good with long hair.
Marcus Idiart for the long 3. The lefty junior drains it so Threes going down here galore. That's right. So
who were you? Like you were Guns N' Roses, weren't
no,
you?
No. So we'll see if you can get it. So
I won't be able to. I thought you were like Axl Rose or something.
It's close. It's either all or nothing for me. As Brewster goes up and in for 2. So
Stevie Nicks.
It's not Stevie Nicks. No, that was close. But lead singer for Van Halen.
Oh.
Does that help you at all?
No, I'm not very.
In the
good
old
at
okay,
it.
it's David Lee Roth.
David Lee Roth. Okay,
That's right. Yeah.
He was married to Pamela Anderson, right, or something like that.
Was he? I'm not sure.
So. Baywatch star.
2:50 left here, third quarter. Shot deflected by Caden Price. Now Lassiter across half court.
I was into British boy bands.
British boy bands. Ashton Akery grabbed, and that's number 12, Craig Adair. I think that's his 4th here in the third quarter alone. So Craig picking up,
He probably wants to go to the bench.
Getting his money's worth here. British boy bands, is that what you said? So
yeah, like Erasure and.
Never heard of it.
Well, the Smiths.
Never heard of it.
You know Morrissey, he was in the Smiths.
Never heard of it.
What? You were just into the heavy stuff, huh?
Again, all or nothing. It's either, Air Supply or
Air Supply.
Van Halen for me. There's nothing in between. Akery up and in for his first
you were
shot.
cooler than I was.
Shot comes off the hands.
They gave that to us, huh? That looked like it was off
Jason
tape.
Padgett, yeah.
So you never told me about the Bulldogs coach. What do you know about him?
Coach Bill Calloway. I don't know a whole lot, but he's been in North Bend for quite a while, and it looks
Is he a
like
teacher? No, don't know.
Don't know.
Someday we'll find out.
That's right. So if you were, let's do this. If you were Coach Bill Calloway and you're visiting the Rogue Valley here in Central Point, and you play a tough game, it's a Friday night, where are you stopping?
On the way home?
Fast food-wise, on the way home or in town. Like, where are you going? Where's your go-to?
Well, most people, when they come from the coast or things like that, they love to go to In-N-Out. That's kind of one of the go-tos. By this time, everything's pretty close. COVID's really ruined the fast food scene, in my opinion. Everything closes their doors at 7 o'clock. How is a guy like me supposed to get his burger and fries late tonight?
True.
It's probably better for me. I missed a point here, 26.
Foul's called on Peyton Forrester, his 3rd. That is the team foul number 8 for the Bulldogs. Ashton Akery at the line for a couple.
It's been nice to see Ashton develop this season. He's going to be important next year, so I'm glad he's taking this seriously, the role he's playing. We'll be guard heavy next year.
Yeah, if you look at the roster for the Comets, it might mimic, well, what the Bulldogs are going through now. That would be next year. Because again, they have the 5 starting seniors, and after that, players that see most of the action here are Akery, the sophomore. As the shoe goes flying here in the gym, and Smith goes flying as well, and he's fouled. Not often do you see a right-footed size 10 shoe fly across the gym floor, but we saw that. That's Peyton Forrester, and the crowd's shouting, "You can't do that," but I'm not sure how he would have avoided that.
He probably got flat-tired.
That's another thing. Where are the high tops, right? Back in the day, people would wear high tops.
They're not even tight. I'm watching him, and they're, like, flopping around.
Yeah.
So I can see why they'd fall out. That reminds me. I was watching an NFL game the other day, and they make the player whose helmet comes off during a play sit out a play. Why do they penalize the player? Is it always the player's fault if their helmet falls off? I'm not a football player. So.
Well, back in the day, they would take their helmets off to celebrate, right? See my face, see my locks, and so then to stop that, like, hey, you got to come out. No more Hollywood, no more
maybe
fun.
Maybe they should do the same thing with shoes coming off. It'll teach the boys to tie them tighter.
Some type of like a penalty box in hockey or something. I don't know.
Power play.
But here he is. These kids can move so fast with the shoes as it is. And there's Roberts again.
Wow, hand up like he really knew what he was doing.
4th
Cookie jar.
tray of the night. A minute 25 left, third quarter, 68-29. On the floor for the Comets is Price, Smith, Idiart, and
answer.
Akery.
So, all night long. They hit one, we hit one.
Javon Smith having a career night. And the senior star on the gridiron as well as here on the hardwood.
I hope Javon gets to play post-high school. I think he could do well at a small school.
Flores with a beautiful shot. So the sophomore hit it one deep early in the first quarter. A high arcing shot for Flores. So great shot. Here's Smith again, rims out, boarded by Jones.
That was a little bit of a screwball shot there. Wasn't quite as nice. I'd love to see Javon play at SOU. That would be really fun. I don't know if he's good enough, but I'd go to those games.
David Roberts has a heat check, comes up short on that.
I'm seeing double out there, Jeff. The Twins. Ooh, nice take.
There's an and one. So, Acree, as far as a height-wise, he's listed in the program at 5'11". No fear. He drives in. Baseline. Contact. 2 Bulldog players. Kisses it off the glass. So no fear for the sophomore.
I doubt he's 5'11", like Jeff. You know how it was. I don't know. Maybe since you were a big man, you gave your real height on that score thing.
It's always +1 in basketball at least.
Yeah, I was always +2, I think.
Yeah. I've got a good DMV story. Let me remind me of that for later.
All right.
I battled it out one of DMV's best about my height one year. Okay, so this is a Price twin at the line, so don't tell me.
Oh, okay.
So it's either Logan or Caden. And
it's got to be one of the two.
All right, I'm going to go with Caden, and Caden's the one that broke his hand.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to guess 6 weeks ago, and hasn't been in action other than this past Wednesday night. Saw a good 10 minutes.
I can't wait till one of them is player of the game. I know it'll happen. They are really killing it. They have an online business that is almost making it difficult for them to attend school because they're making so much money.
Really? Yeah. Interesting. 5th foul for senior Kevin Jones for the Bulldogs, so he finds his way to the end of the bench. A long bus ride home for Kevin. Of course, I'm sure he brought his algebra and
his
history
AirPods,
book.
Jeff,
right?
his AirPods.
Next game here for the Bulldogs, they travel to Brookings. So they're meeting another team on the coast at 4A level. They'll play them on a Monday away. That is the next contest. Next contest for the Comets, they will play at home.
Another one for us.
Against Willamette Wolverines, and that will come to us, I believe, on Tuesday.
All right, well, I'm going to try to learn a little bit more about the Willamette team before I come so I can match some of your prowess.
Flores with another shot.
It looked pretty good, actually.
Looked great. Gets his rebound. That one's not going to go. So after 3 at Crater High on a Friday night, John L. Scott scoreboard reads Comets 74, Bulldogs 32.
You're a coach or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called
There's a good crowd over there, Jeff. A little close-up on the student section. Oh, we got Gabe Grant in and Ben Higginson.
Substitutions for the Comets. As Damian said, Gabe Grant, he wears 15. He's driving it now. He's joined with Acree. Ben Higginson wearing 23. What year is he, Damian?
He's a sophomore. And then his brother Luke is a junior.
All right. And
he's on the court, too. I don't know who
number 12, that's Duckowitz.
Oh,
I do know that.
Yep. Ducky.
Yep.
Well, maybe he doesn't go by Ducky, but his sister went by Ducky.
Sister went by Ducky.
What's his first name? I don't even know.
We're just going to call him Ducky or Duckowitz. Right. So he hits the first 5. So Ducky, one of my favorite movies comes from Ducky, right?
No, I don't
name that movie. No,
Howard the Duck, or no.
No.
Ducky. You're saying? Oh, wait. I do know this.
You ever seen Pretty in Pink?
Yes.
Yes, Ducky.
You're right.
All right. So one of my favorite characters.
Actually, I did know that. But that's in the recesses of my mind.
Flores again here off to the right.
Come on, Crater.
Picked up by Acree.
Well, this was the team I was expecting to see a little bit more tonight, so it's nice to give them some time. Ooh, nice. That looked pretty good.
Rebound in the middle. There's Higginson, the younger. That's Ben. He passes it to brother Luke. Luke, all-star out on the gridiron, wide receiver. Coach Brian Broadus wants a timeout. That's going to be a full timeout. We'll take it here. Score, 76-32 in favor of the Comets. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
And we're back. Coach Brian Broadus wanted a timeout to settle the nerves of the young players he's got. Sophomore in Higginson, sophomore in Acree, sophomore in Duckowitz as he passes that
quick
at the Ben. Ben Higginson now with a nice drop step. He's joined by his brother Luke and then Gabe Grant, of course. So they're talking about a freshman. I think Ben Higginson might be a freshman.
I don't think so. They just always say that, but maybe. I thought he was a sophomore, but maybe he's a freshman.
I think he is a freshman.
He's big. Doesn't look like a freshman. He's a man-child, they say, right? Man-child.
Gabe Grant with a pull-up from 15.
Nice.
Nothing but net. I've seen that before from his father, Colin Grant, on the basketball. That's right. South Medford Panther, former triple jumper, high jumper.
That was a nice take.
Rebound by Duckowitz up to the left side, Acree. He's got an open man, but he'll take it all alone. Contact from Roberts, kisses it off the glass. Famous alumni.
All right, I don't know.
North Bend.
Let's see if we can figure it out.
Yeah, well, you may know. I don't know. So let's go. So John Hunter, the BYU grad, Damien. Drafted in 1989 and played for the Minnesota Vikings. He's a tackle. Came from North Bend High, Bulldog. We also have Bill Borcher, University of Oregon head coach in 1950 to 56. So a couple famous alum there at North Bend. Their main competitor across town, Marshfield. They had a couple other great athletes as a miss, but a kiss by Duckowitz in. Marshfield High had Mel Counts, of course, played at Oregon State, former Olympian and player in the NBA. And then Steve Prefontaine, of course, the historic track runner at University of Oregon, came from Marshfield, i.e. North Bend / Coos Bay. Do have an interesting, I know with your lawyer background, an interesting story about North Bend High School is it's a three-point shot from the corner from Craig Adara, comes off into the hands of Acree. Now with 4 minutes left, he'll explode, and he's fouled, and he'll have 2 shots at the free throw line. But North Bend High School had their first graduate in 1908. Okay, one graduate was a graduating class. I'm sure it was a great reunion year after year, right? But in 1910, they moved properties. Land was deeded to them by Mr. Kinney, and they changed the name in 1910 to Kinney High. Later that year, there was a little research done, and it turns out that they changed the name to North Bend High because Mr. Kinney, Lorenzo was his name, he really didn't have clear title to the land in which he gifted to North Bend High.
Hey, I could do that.
So
maybe I'll give some land over to Crater for their new gym.
We'll name it Idiart High.
That'd be ugly, but
that'd
be kind of fun.
That's why you have a title company, right? I guess do a little research nowadays. But Kinney High turned quickly after 1 year into North Bend High, after Mr. Kinney didn't have clear title to the gift. I'm sure it was a mistake.
That was a great story. But now I want you to finish off your DMV story for me.
Well, DMV story, you were talking about height, right?
Yeah,
so, basketball player, always +1 in the program. You want to intimidate the other team. And so my license, as Higginson steals it, battle for the rebound here. A lot of contact. Acree comes down with it. But I believe my expiring driver's license, here's Acree, fouled again, yes, 2 free throws was to expire. So I had to go into the DMV to get a new license. And at this juncture, I don't know how old I am, 40 whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I go in and...
You're shrinking? Is that what's happening?
Well, kind of, but she goes through the eyes, the hair color, the weight, and we get to the height, and I say, we need to change that to 6'3". And she looks at me with a smirk on her face and says, "Still growing, aren't you?" And I said yes, and my license says 6'3", as that's my true height with my platform shoes.
Oh, as a person who's been short his whole life, I stand on my tippy toes for every family picture or any group picture, I appreciate that story. You got to be careful, though. You don't want to tell the DMV wrong information.
Nice pass from brother to brother, Higginson to Higginson. Nice. He misses that, but followed up by Caden Price. Hey, we have 2:50 left here in the game. Stick around right after post-game show brought to you by My Circle K. We'll have the player of the game. So, again, within 30 seconds to 60 seconds here, we'll have a Crater Comet up here high in the rafters of Crater High School, and we'll hear from a great student athlete here at Crater High.
It's funny to hear that. Student section is getting into it, trying to dictate what the players do. Not exactly certain if it's accomplishing anything, but they feel good about it. I know my son loves being in the student section. He says it's the best. Oh, that was a 2-footer. What was wrong? If he had done 1 foot, it would have been with authority. Oh, well.
Price brothers are learning and getting some rim with the right hand. Stolen away by Grant now. He'll bring it across half court. He's looking to pass. He gives it up to Higginson. And off the shoulder of Duckowitz into the hands of Grant. Minute and a half to go here on this Friday night. Midwestern League. The Comets will run their league record to 5-0. Overall record to 13-1. And then they'll take on Willamette next.
That was a nice shot. I like that.
6 quick points there for Caden Price now. Bulldogs will fall to 0-4 in the Midwestern League and 2-10 overall. Next up is Brookings on the 17th.
Ooh. Scrum. Hopefully nobody's hurt down there when the dust clears. Uh-oh, Jeff.
It's Van Halen. I think David Lee Roth is in the building.
He must have been listening to our broadcast. Because that's not the band, is it? No.
Yeah, it is.
Well, that's funny. What was your wedding song?
Wedding song?
Yeah, I shouldn't ask. Maybe I'll ask your wife.
I told you I'd go one end or the other. It's definitely something from Neil Young. Are you talking reception or actual ceremony?
No, the ceremony.
Ceremony. Oh, well, that's of course that's John Lennon. Imagine.
Yeah, that's classic.
We're going to come to a close here. The Comets are going to take this one 91-32. We'll go to a commercial break. Thanks to many of our Table Rock sponsors. Again, stick with us. We'll have a Crater Comet up here in just a moment. We'll be right back here on TableRockSports.net.
Gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Hey, welcome back here to Crater High School. We have our player of the game. This is Javon Smith, a 6-foot senior for the Comets. Pushed their record to 13-1, 5-0 in the Midwestern League. Javon, congratulations, 22 points tonight.
Thank you.
Is that a season career high for you?
It is.
All right, nice job. What was the, I know you guys came off of a tough fight, a win this past Wednesday against the Colts, but what's the plan tonight going into the game against these Bulldogs?
Tonight was just beat them. I mean, we saw Eagle Point beat them by like 40 or 50. It was like 71-20. So our mentality of the game was hold them to 9 points in the first half and 9 points in the second half. But they came out hitting, scored like 17 in the first
They did.
half.
Both teams were, weren't they?
Yeah, so we got a little talk in the locker room, and they didn't score much points after that.
No, they didn't. Yeah, so and they're a young team. They're going to be a future competitor for sure. So, Javon, you're a senior here. Which of the high schools do you go to at Crater High?
I go to Biz.
You go to Biz.
I go to
Okay,
Biz.
so do you have future plans? What do you want to do? What do you want to be?
I don't know yet. Options are open.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. But
All right. I hear that you like video games. So what's your favorite video game and why?
Favorite video game, probably 2K or Madden. I mean, just been growing up playing Madden. I played football young age. So, I mean, Madden's always been favorite. I play basketball, so 2K.
You do, yeah. So we were talking a little bit about you and on the gridiron, played obviously some quarterback and some wideout positions. Favorite memory out on the gridiron?
Probably against Ashland, where I got a touchdown, where one of my teammates, Caden Lassiter, received the handoff and threw it to me.
I saw that.
Great memories.
In person, so that is a great memory, yeah. So I saw some of your family here earlier. Anybody you want to get a shout out to? I know you got a few brothers, sister. Who are they?
I got 3 younger brothers, Tay, Tremaine, Andrew and Marcellus, and then my mom and dad.
Yeah, it's great that they can come and watch you. So
yeah.
What are you looking forward to? So we're in the middle of the season here, Javon. You guys are 13-1, long row ahead. So what's on the horizon for you and the Comets on the hardwood?
Just try not to lose another game. I mean, biggest competitor right now is Churchill.
Okay.
That's who we're looking at the most, but we're not going to overlook Willamette.
That's right.
Our next game.
So you do have a tough week next week.
We do.
Willamette comes to town, and then you'll travel up to Churchill on Friday, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Folks, this is Javon Smith. He is our player of the game here on Table Rock Sports. Thanks for visiting, Javon. Great job.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. Folks, that'll wrap it up. A 91-32 victory for the Comets as they push their record to 13-1, 5-0 in Midwestern League play. Next contest is next Tuesday. The girls will be in action first at 5:15 and then the boys at 6:45. We'd like to thank you for watching tonight's broadcast. We'd also like to thank Crater High School Athletic Director David Hurd for hosting Lithia's Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net in today's broadcast. Special thanks to head coaches Brian Broaddus and Bill Calloway. Our next Table Rock Sports production will be next Tuesday. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard, 91-32, favor of the Comets. This has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports. Our executive producer is Joe Brett. With Aaron Nadald on camera, Steven Spielberg-ish, Damian Idiart, I'm Jeff Lang saying thanks for watching and good night from Crater High School.